Hey guys, hope you are all doing well today on this weekend, and it's Saturday and I'm so happy it's the weekend, guys. So anyways, let's get on with this book review. It is on The Unidentified by Rae Mariz. There are elements in here that I really enjoyed reading, and there are other elements that I didn't love so much and I thought could have been developed more. I will get into all of that. I'm going to start off, of course, with the synopsis of this book. For sure about the setting and the sci-fi world that Rae Mariz has created, and the game is brilliant. I loved it. And I'm also going to talk about the characters and the plot and some issues I had there. Let's get started with this review. First, let's talk about what The Identified is all about. In this world, the schools have been converted into the game. They converted malls into basically their schools. That's where they go to learn, and that's where they play the game. The students there are called players, and what all of these students carry in the game are their phones and notebooks. And they're encouraged to use their phones and notebooks during school. That's how they get assignments done. Their teachers send them text messages on their latest assignment. Completing these levels, getting high scores. The people running the game are the administrators, which are the teachers, of course, and sponsors. And these are big brand name companies. They spot out players in the game. If you're popular enough, you will get branded. And that is the goal of these players, is to get branded, to become popular. So that's the world Rae Mariz has created. We have our protagonist, Kid. She is a normal girl whose priorities don't lie in being branded or becoming the next big thing. She has a few friends she's really close with and just wants to have fun. During the game, she witnesses this act of defiance, of rebellion, and they call themselves the Unidentified. This is basically where the plot shoots off. Kid wondering who the Unidentified are, what their angle is, why are they doing these rebellious acts. So that's basically the plot. Let's talk about the setting Rae Mariz has created. The setting is what I loved about the book. I thought it was a really original and interesting concept. I loved it. I really enjoyed it. We have the educational system set up as the game, and we have students as the players. Most of what these players are aiming for is to become branded by the sponsors who run the game. You have two main gadgets in the story, which is their InTouch and their notebook, and basically it's their phone and laptop. What I loved about the technology is how relevant it is today. They have their own version of Twitter and Facebook and all of those social networking sites, and that's how they communicate with other players in the game, twittering their status. And I thought implementing that into the story was very relevant and very relatable. I had a problem a little bit with the game and how it was being played, the realistic aspects of it. I've been stretched pretty far with different plot lines and elements, you know, vampires sparkling, talking animals, kids being put into a battle royale, but I felt the game was a bit inconceivable. I could not imagine the educational system turning into the game. Amazing concept, would sign up right away. It was just a bit far-fetched. This kind of sets up into what I didn't find very compelling in the book, and that was the plot and the characters. Let's start off with the characters. Kid, she is our main character. You will find out she is very relatable. She was likable, she wasn't annoying at all, and same goes with all of the characters in the book. Mikey and Arya, who are Kid's best friends. They are characters that you know in real life. Same goes with all of the characters. You find that the characters play a specific role. What I didn't like about the characters was that they weren't very interesting or compelling. I wasn't really invested in these characters. Although they were relatable, I felt they were too generic. I felt that they were just kind of conformed to this cookie cutter archetype of a character. I felt that they didn't stand out in the story. There wasn't anything particularly special about them. Not that they have to have superpowers or awesome mad skills or anything. They could have been anyone. So I found that kind of disappointing. And so this also relates to the plot. Not very engaging as well. The messages behind the story was very interesting. They throw out themes of privacy, being current, trendy, versus the counterculture, being rebellious, the consequences and benefits of social networking, relationships you have with your friends, and relationships you have with other people. I thought the themes that Rae Mariz was trying to send out in the book was very interesting, but I didn't feel the plot really executed the themes that well. I didn't find the main conflict, the unidentified, and what they were doing very compelling or engaging. That was kind of disappointing as well. That being said, I'm going to have to give the Unidentified by Rae Mariz an unreadable rating. It was an okay book. There were elements of the book that I really enjoyed, particularly the setting, implementing social network elements like Twitter and Facebook. I just felt the actual story, the reason I picked up this book, the plot, wasn't engaging and compelling, and I'm saying engaging and compelling a lot. I don't know if it's because I jumped straight into a sci-fi novel after reading Harry Potter. I was still kind of in that fantasy mode, reciting spells, Expelliarmus, Lumos, Wingardium Leviosa, is in that mindset. And is it just me, or you can't say these spells without having a British accent? In my case, not a very good one. But yeah, so that's everything, guys. Hope this review was helpful. Talk to you guys later. Hope you guys have a good weekend and an excellent day.